Hello and welcome back to Third Degree Food. Thank you very much for joining us here today. I am Sam Caterer and today I'm going to be showing you how to make the absolute queen of ice creams. Well, I think so anyway, in the shape and form of the outrageously tasty, completely and utterly delicious blueberry ripple. Very simple to make, as is our ethos right here on Third Degree Food. Very few ingredients and guaranteed to tantalize both your taste buds and anyone else's taste buds after they try it. So kicking off with the ingredients, this is what we're going to need. We're going to take 4 egg yolks, 5 tablespoons of golden caster sugar, 300 ml of full fat organic milk, and 600 ml of organic double cream. We've also got some vanilla essence. You can use vanilla pods if you wish, but they're quite expensive at the moment, and you kind of lose a bit of the flavor due to the punch of the blueberries and the ripple. So this goes a little bit further, it goes a long way, and it's a little bit more affordable. Right, let's get into it. Let's start separating our eggs. We need to take the yolks. As I say, usually I could have done this before, but I like to show you the whole process of making the video. We're going to separate our yolks and just pop them in the bowl. Get those in there. You can save your egg whites for a pavlova. If you haven't seen my previous video on my 2-ingredient pavlova, I suggest you do. It's absolutely banging, very simple to make, and extremely tasty. Guaranteed to impress any guest that you have coming around, and it's so easy to make. Right, so we're just separating these egg yolks. Get this off my hands. There we are. There are many ways to do this. I like the old school way. There we go. Put that in there. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're going to add our 5 tablespoons of golden caster sugar to our egg yolks and bang our whites in the fridge for later. And now we're going to mix our yolks with our sugar. Very simple, just incorporate all that yolk with the sugar. You don't have to over stir it, what have you, but as long as you get most of it incorporated, because it's going to be mixed in with the milk and cream mixture on the hob. Just like so. Set that aside for 1 second. Next, we're going to add our cream and our milk to the saucepan. So it's 300 ml of full fat milk. Let's pop that over there. And 600 ml of organic double cream. Let's get you in there. That's fine. Next, we're going to add a good tablespoon, maybe a little bit more, of vanilla extract. On my previous vanilla ice cream video, I explained how I've worked out a way to reduce the levels of sugar and increase the level of vanilla to still get that sweetness without being too unhealthy. So we're going to plonk in a good tablespoon of vanilla extract into our mix. And then we're going to take this over to the hob and start warming it on a medium to low heat. So we just start this off and grab a spoon. And then move this around the pan, incorporate the vanilla extract. Now you want to get this to a level where it's not boiling, around 80 degrees, there or thereabouts, before you add it to the eggs. It's nice and incorporated. Now what we're going to do is grab our thermometer and regularly check the temperature of our cream and milk mix, because we don't want it to get too hot, otherwise you might end up with the scrambled eggs. If it gets above sort of 90 degrees, you're really in the danger zone. So you just want to make sure it's touching around 75, 80 degrees maximum before you add it to your eggs. This is coming up nicely. Give that a little move around again. Keep it moving on a very low heat. So just grab our thermometer once more. I think we're nearly there. Just touching 70 odd. There we go. We're going to add that to our egg mixture now. So we give it a little stir and take it off the heat. Come back over to our bench. And what we're going to do is add our cream and milk mixture to our eggs and give it a good stir as we're putting it in. So we want to incorporate all that egg and creamy milk mixture. Give that a good stir and return that to the pan. And then what I like to do is add it again, give it another little stir, keep it moving, add it again to the bowl in its entirety this time to incorporate everything that's in the bowl. And add that back into our pan, getting all that last bit of egg. Just you want to thicken this to a really nice custard. Just place that there for now. And we'll go back to the stove. Keep it on that low, medium heat and keep it moving now. What you want to do is pasteurize your eggs as well. So you want to be cooking it around 75, 80 degrees for about 10 minutes or so. And whilst that happens, the mixture thickens as well. So you will know when your vanilla base is ready because it becomes just that little bit thicker and then you've got to rapidly cool it in your fridge. So we'll keep this moving for now. I think we're nearly there with the temperature and the thickness. You can see that's becoming way more viscous, a lot thicker to move around the pan. Let's just check our temperatures. Should be touching around 80 degrees. There we go. Okay, I think we're pretty much done that. I'm going to return this to the bench. Oh, it's lovely and thick. And then we're going to pour this through a sieve in order to strain out any little lumps you have and to make a really beautifully smooth ice cream. And there we have it. Pop that in the sink. Now what we want to do is rapidly cool this and leave it in the fridge for at least 6 hours, maybe overnight. Next up, we're going to make our blueberry ripple. Okay, so our vanilla base is just chilling in the fridge for a minimum of 6 hours. And whilst that's happening, we're going to make our blueberry ripple. Now this can also double up as a coulis if you want to have a topping for your pavlova or what have you, or even just over your summer fruits. But this is a really versatile, super simple part of the recipe, which involves just some fresh organic blueberries which have been washed, juice of 1 lemon, a tablespoon of caster sugar, and a little drop of water. And what you're going to do, we're going to put these into the saucepan. We're going to add our sugar. And then we're going to juice our lemon. Bring that down the waste disposal. Now, although this is using a juicer, there are still some pips in there. So just pour, little tip, just pour the lemon juice through your fingers just to catch any of the pips in there, because you don't want to be having the pips in your coulis, as it were. So we're going to take this over to the hob and we're going to heat it through. I'll grab a spoon to move the blueberries around. So this is coming up to temperature. Give them a little move around. You can see the colour's just starting to come off these blueberries really nicely. Keep them moving till they go nice and soft. This recipe could not be simpler. Whilst the blueberries are warming up on the hob, let me take this opportunity to say thank you very much indeed for checking us out on the video. If you'd like to give us a little like and subscribe and click that notification bell for future videos that are coming up, we've got some wicked stuff in the pipeline. Obviously, thirddegreefood.com is your destination for the social medias, Insta, Facebook, you name it, we're on there. And of course, we've got our merch store where you can get trivets, aprons, gloves, hats, caps, t-shirts, the lot. But yeah, thank you very much. I'm going to go back to the blueberries. Okay, so these are pretty much warmed through now. They're nice and soft. As you can see, it's got a beautiful deep blue-red colour. I'm going to take this off the heat and bring this over to the bench. And what we're going to do is going to whiz these up using a little hand blender. Obviously be careful with these. They can spit everywhere as well. So you just want to macerate all the blueberries in the saucepan. Like I said, this doubles up as a coulis as well for all your summer fruits, pavlovas. I'm just going to break down all of those blueberries in the saucepan. That's about it. Okay, let's put that to one side. Don't get any blueberry splatters all over the kitchen. And wipe the work surface. It can be a little bit messy. You can cover it with a tea towel as well if you want. Okay, so next what we do, before we marry the blueberries and the ice cream together to make blueberry ripple, we decant this coulis through a sieve to get rid of any pips and what have you and skin, just into a jug. Nice and slow. And then we'll get a spoon to push that through. Now, a little tip, you want to push this through whilst it's hot so that it's nice and viscous and can pass through the sieve really nicely. If it gets cooler, you'll have a problem pushing this liquid through because it's a bit thicker. Just nice little circular motion there. Just tap that off the bottom. You don't want to get it all over the kitchen work surface. And put that in the sink for later. So what we're going to do now is just tidy up this jug a little bit. And we're going to pop this in the fridge along with the ice cream base until we're ready to churn. We will see you in 6 hours or so. So we got our blueberry ripple mix here, which we made on the hob earlier on, and we also have our vanilla base for our ice cream. What we're going to do is churn our ice cream so we increase the volume, make it nice, light, airy and silky. And then once we turn the vanilla ice cream out, we're then going to add our ripple. Now there is a very special method you need to employ when adding ripple to your ice cream, which I will come to very shortly. For now, let's get the cylinder out so we can start our churn. The cylinder's been in the freezer for at least 12 hours. It's nice and solid. We place this into the machine. Then we add our churn arm, which adds volume to the ice cream mixture. And then we place on our lid. And we start that turning. Next, we add our vanilla base. So we need to churn that for a minimum of 10 minutes, there or thereabouts. You need to play it by eye, just so you can see how much volume you've added. And once you're happy with the amount that your ice cream has aerated, you then pour it out back into your cleaned tub, and then we add our delicious blueberry elixir. So we're going to switch off the machine, take off the lid, grab our all-important tin and our bowl, because we're going to need to put the churner into this to stop it leaking all over the work surface. And then remove the churning arm and then decant our delicious vanilla mixture into our tin. Start off with the churner because you want to get all that goodness off there. You don't want to waste any of this. This is all good. It's worth taking a couple of minutes just to be quite thorough. Okay. Place that over there just for one moment. Now we're going to take the rest of the mixture, absolutely gorgeous, velvety, delicious vanilla ice cream base, and then we're going to empty our cylinder into our tin. If anyone knows a better method of doing this, please do comment down below. As mentioned, we do have other ice cream machines. However, just for the purpose of ease and compatibility with you making ice cream at home, this is the best option I'm using today, which is our Cuisinart machine. Just get the rest of this mixture out. It can be quite fiddly, and you do need two implements. A trusty spoon and a decent spatula. The rest of this out. Now the reason why you churn for at least 10 minutes is you want plenty of air in here so that when you come to scoop out your ice cream, it doesn't break the ice cream scoop, essentially. So just a little bit more to get out of here. Okay, nearly that. Okay. Okay, just take the last little bit. And we'll pop that to one side. Grab your cloth. Always keep a cloth handy when you're making ice cream. So next up, we'll just empty the last little remnants out of here. Next up, we're going to add the crown to our blueberry ripple. So I'm going to move the machine out of the way so you can get a better look. This is the method you need to employ in order to get your ripple going through your ice cream. So start on one side, pour up, pour down, and pour up. You can leave this on the side or in the fridge for another dessert. Just plop that over there. Now you take your spoon and you work in a circular motion, almost like a propeller of a boat. So one, and this pushes the ripple through the ice cream mixture. Now it looks like it's separated and split, but don't worry about that. When it's in the freezer, it will all come together. Okay, we are good on that front. Let's have a little taste. Oh my God, that is absolutely delicious. So we're going to pop the lid on and put our queen of ice creams, the blueberry ripple, into the freezer. We're going to let that chill in the freezer quite literally for about 4 to 5 hours, and then we get to taste our delicious creation. So we are back. Overnight we left our queen of ice creams, our amazing blueberry ripple, chilling in the freezer, which is a good thing because today is absolutely scorching. A beautiful day outside, and no better day to sample your fruits of your labour than a very hot day. So without any further ado, let's get the blueberry ripple out the freezer. Okay. Let's take off the lid. Wow, that is exactly what you want from a ripple. So no messing around, let's get into it. Because you've volumized and aerated with the churner, ice cream's got incredible consistency. Okay. Nice and light. Let's pry that off there. And there we have it. Our amazing blueberry ripple ice cream. Absolutely incredible. I can't wait to put my lips around that. Anyway, cheers. That blueberry just cut straight through the vanilla. It's absolutely fantastic. What an incredible ice cream. Oh, that is divine. Well, thank you very much for watching. I've been Sam Caterer. This is Third Degree Food. Check out all our other videos on YouTube. Go over to our website, thirddegreefood.com. And of course, you can get all the merchandise from bowls to ice cream cone stands to cones themselves to ice cream machine makers. Go to shop.thirddegreefood.com. Thank you very much for watching once more. I'll see you again. Your Majesty, Queen of Ice Creams.